Grieving your job once you've retired. I'm doing the last of a series of Real Talk, Retire and See, number 3. I'm Vicki. Welcome back to my channel. So many people, when they retire, lose their purpose, identity, their routine, and they grieve that. They grieve that routine that they're so used to after 40 years. Their identity. I'm a nurse. Oh, I'm a teacher. Hey, I'm a manager. After they retire, now what? What do they say to that? So the routine that people are doing after they retire is unlike anything they've ever done before. They're so used to the waking up, work, accomplish, and go home. And that is a rinse and repeat for years on end. They identify with who they used to be. There's social connection. You go to work. And for many, those co-workers are their main connection. And then once they go home, they lose that. And then loneliness sneaks in. So it's really hard for people to get away from the workplace. And that's why so much grieving takes place. The loss of purpose and validation. They're thinking now, what is my purpose now that I've retired? It is a struggle for a lot of people. They're so used to the structure, and they get restless. I can say I've been restless. I've been retired about 2.5, 3 years, maybe about 3 years now. Hard to believe. And it was so difficult for me when I retired. I felt all of those as far as restlessness. I still get restless. My purpose, a routine. The routine was the hardest, I think. That's a double-edged sword because I love not having a routine, but I was so used to having a routine for years on end. You know, the alarm clock, you go to work, you do what you need to do, you go home. So that was the struggle. And I kind of grieved that, and I actually grieved my coworkers and the fun. I grieved let's put it this way. I grieved the surroundings of my job, and once in a while my job, but not necessarily my bosses. I'm being real. I didn't always miss them at all. But we do. We go through a huge loss when we retire, and we grieve the job that we used to have. And that is real. That is real talk. Because you are going into a whole major life transition that most people have never experienced before. And that is retiring with no schedule, maybe a sense of purpose, but in a whole different area. Maybe no validation, which you had at your job. So it's a whole major change and shift in your entire universe almost, that down the road, and it does take time. I grieved my job for about, I would say, a good year. And then I realized I'm good. I can do this. I'm enjoying this because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. So it's okay to grieve your job once you're retired, but then you start all kinds of new things after you're retired, and it is all good. So that is the last of my series about grieving your job once you are retired. Most people do. I can't imagine you not, because you are totally out of that routine of doing what you did for the last 40 years. So thank you for coming to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I would most appreciate that. That would help my channel out so much. Have a good day. Bye.